Welcome to Young Lives Lost, Gone But Not Forgotten, a series focused on young lives cut tragically short. In America, a child is shot every hour and hundreds die. These are their stories. 4 teens shot dead within hours in Newberry, South Carolina. This is the tragic story of 16-year-old Mykain Davis, 18-year-old Jahquindon Toland, 15-year-old Jhisere Robinson, and 19-year-old Sonterrious Davis.
Newberry officials say these 2 shootings sound the alarm for a bigger issue, with all victims between the ages of just 15 and 19 years old. In his 27 years, the Newberry police chief says he's never dealt with something of this magnitude. Newberry police say 16-year-old Mykain Davis was shot and killed just after midnight Sunday in the 700 block of Wise Street. Sunday afternoon, just before 3, police say there was a second shooting just a block away on the 2400 block of Eleanor Street. The coroner says 15-year-old Jhisere Robinson, 18-year-old Jahquindon Toland, and 19-year-old Sonterrious Davis were killed. Police say all 4 victims were in the same social circle, but it's not clear yet whether the 2 shootings are connected. At a news conference Monday, Mayor Foster Senn shared a message saying the gun violence is not only a widespread problem, but a Newberry problem.
Short term, we're seeking justice. Longer term, we talked about we need to redouble our efforts on things, working with young people in the community. We talked about that COVID had slowed some of those things down, but now we had the opportunity to work to get all our programs restarted as a community.
The school district of Newberry County says 2 of the teens were current students at Newberry High School, 2 were former students. Newberry High School moved to e-learning Monday. The district said there was no threat to the school. Still no arrests or suspects in either investigation. Newberry police are asking anyone with information to come forward. In Newberry, Kylie Jones, WYFF News 4.
Watch Fox News has learned that 3 of the 4 teens killed over the weekend in Newberry County are cousins and grew up together. In a Watch Fox News exclusive, Sydney Edwards talks to the mother and cousins of one of the victims. Right now, it's a heartache like I miss my son, this was my life, I lived for him, expressed Alicia Williams. Williams is describing a feeling she says no one should ever experience. Her 15-year-old son, Jhisere Robinson, was the youngest of the 4 teens killed in 2 separate shootings just hours apart Sunday on Wise Street in Newberry. He was quiet around people that he didn't know, but when he was around our family, oh my God, one of the funniest people I know, Williams remembered. Williams says her son was an athlete at Newberry High School and, like other shooting victims, loved his tight-knit community.
Let's get to your headlines, because happening today, Newberry High School is going to be switching to an e-learning schedule this morning after 2 shootings left 4 teenagers dead on Sunday. Now, while there have not been any direct threats made towards a specific school, extra law enforcement, they are going to be stationed at area schools in Newberry this week as a precaution. Meanwhile, the Newberry community is mourning following those deadly shootings. According to investigators, a 16-year-old was shot around midnight Sunday. Then 3 more teens were shot yesterday afternoon on nearby Eleanor Street in the very same neighborhood. The teens have not yet been identified, but police believe they likely knew each other. Tammy Ruff, who has family in the neighborhood, says she is hoping to see the violence come to an end.
This got to stop. I got a grandson that coming up. He comes over here a lot. I'll be afraid of my grandson to play in the park. I want all the prayer warriors. You know who you are. You know who the ones that love this community. And they know Wise Street is not no bad community.
Police have not identified any suspects at this time, and no arrests have been made. If you have any information that can help with this case, you are encouraged to call Crime Stoppers. You can remain anonymous. That number is 1-888-CRIME-SC.
A mother should never have to bury her child. A child is supposed to bury their parents. These babies were too young. They were just starting to live their lives, says Trika Douglas, a cousin to all 4 victims. William tells us that the grieving process has been especially hard, as many on social media have created false narratives about the victims. These are good kids. They are not gangsters, so why make a post because you see them in the pictures and you're talking about gang signs? They were not in gangs, explained Williams. We're going to stick with each other regardless, and I know they got my back, Williams explained. Newberry police have not released a motive or possible suspects but continue to investigate. On Thursday, community advocates tell us a prayer vigil was held at the Newberry Sheriff's Office to remember all 4 teens.
Newberry County community gathering to remember the 4 teenagers who lost their lives to gun violence over the weekend. News 19's Peyton Lewis has more on the candlelight vigil.
Just days after 4 teens were killed in Newberry County, the community gathered to grieve and plead for change.
We're here today, we're gathered because these children's lives were lost. God brought us together. But I want to ask you a question. What will you do after the funeral?
They gathered outside the sheriff's department to honor the lives of each of the young men. Mykain Davis, Jahquindon Toland, Jhisere Robinson, and Sonterrious Davis were all good kids, according to Sonterrious' cousin, Vigil.
He just wanted to be involved. He didn't want to be left out and stuff. That's basically it. He was a good kid.
All 4 teens were shot and killed in acts of gun violence. Greenville activist Jack Logan used his time at the vigil to encourage teens not to turn to guns.
For this to happen, there had to be something else going on the inside in the state. God knows, but it's the community job to reach back and say, come on, let's go eat. Come on, let's go bowling. Reach back and take one child.
Candles were lit and balloons were released for each life lost. Members of the community we spoke with, like Barbara Chapin, believe the community should not have to be there mourning these young men.
I want them to know that people are here to help them. And most of all, the ones they least expect, they can go and talk to.
The families of each teenager are asking for space and respect at this time as they continue to grieve. Reporting in Newberry, Peyton Lewis, News 19, WLTX.
Well, funerals for 2 of those teenagers will take place Saturday, with the other 2 taking place Sunday and Monday. We have all those funeral details on our website tonight. Simply go WLTX.com.
Only God and them know what went on and what happened, so y'all on the outside looking in, please just back off and leave us alone and let us grieve, Douglas added. The family is relying on a strong community to support her and the other families living through this tragedy. Rest in peace, Mykain Davis, Jahquindon Toland, Jhisere Robinson, and Sonterrious Davis. Gone but not forgotten.